How has the first 5 years of marriage been? Do you want to go first?
No, go ahead. I'm a gentleman.
First 5 years of marriage, I'd say on balance, pretty good. I think.
Balanced?
No, like if I was to, like we've had way more good times than bad times.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously it wasn't perfect.
Right.
The first year was tough.
Yeah.
Because I think any marriage, you have to adjust.
Adjustment period.
Learning to live with somebody that you've never lived with before.
True.
We have our different ways of doing things.
And you had moved.
And then I think that's what made, for us, the biggest challenge was I'd moved from London. I'd never lived here before.
Right.
I didn't have any friends.
Yeah.
So I think that brought an added dimension because he was like my only friend. He was like the only person I had to talk to, and I think that it felt like there was no, when you have those normal moments of like you're driving me crazy, there was no outlet for me. I couldn't just be like, oh well, let me go and chill with my girlfriends for an evening or for an afternoon. It was just
me or nothing.
Just you or nothing.
Right.
And it was hard. It was hard.
Because family was there as well, and everything you'd known.
Yeah, it was hard. I felt, and then so I was isolated, I was lonely, and then adding that to trying to learn to live with you wasn't easy. But I think then it got good. And do you remember, I don't know if you remember, it was like our second year of marriage. And I actually said to you, I said, babe, we're kind of crushing this marriage thing. Yeah. Like we don't really argue anymore. We're just cool. And then we had like this huge argument after I said that. Do you remember?
I remember what was
in London when you went to have your surgery, and we had a huge argument.
Right.
And then we haven't had an argument since then like that. And then I think the only other downtime was I think just after we'd had Ariella.
True.
That was tough.
Being
Becoming parents, being first-time mum, you being a first-time dad. I think
distance.
Because
you moved to London.
It was.
Went back to London.
That was a tough time, but got through it, and definitely there was a difference having our second child. It was just smooth sailing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, it's been good.
It's been good.
I mean, most people have the expectations of what they think marriage should be, and versus what it is. But we found a rhythm. I guess it's just people say the marriage, the first year is the hardest. I guess, I don't know. But for us, it was. But in all, I think it's been more good than.
Definitely.
Yeah. So.
Definitely.
So good.
Good. First 5 years have been good.
Yeah, how did we meet? It was funny because I went to school with her cousin, and I hadn't seen her cousin in a long time, and she had come back for introduction. And so she called me up because I just moved back to Nigeria, and she had come back for introduction. And she's like, oh, I'm in town. I'm like, okay, let's meet up, and it's been a while. And so we meet up in GRA, and so she comes, and her cousin, my wife was with her. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I was really talking to her cousin, and we were just having a conversation. Actually, I was telling her how I'd just broken up with my ex, because she knew my ex at the time. And then she's like, oh, my cousin's in town. I was like, oh, how long are you in town for? And she said, no, she just came for Christmas. And I said,
you said that by the end of, is anyone talking to you? Because since I'm in Nigeria.
Her cousin said she was single, and I said, well, is anyone talking to you? And she said, no. I said, you're in Nigeria. Before you leave, I'm sure Lagos boy, somebody will step up.
And I was not interested. I wasn't looking for that at all. But I think the next day,
at her cousin's introduction, I saw her again. I was like, oh, that was not bad, Yeah, it was good,
He's been stalking me ever since.
And that's pretty much it. That's how we met. And
first impressions of each other.
Like the very first time, like I said, the first time I met her, I was talking to a cousin. I thought, oh, she came out the car and she had, like, my wife has a lot of hair. You know, I always brag about my wife's hair. As a matter of fact, when they meet her, people always assume it's a wig. And it's like her hair. So she had, like, her hair out was like just really, I remember her hair was all out. And I was like, oh, who's that? So let's go to go. And I was like, oh, she's cool, you know. But I really wasn't, I was like, she's cool, you know. But I was really more focused on talking to her cousin. The next time I saw her, I was like, hold up, okay. And then I went to her other cousin, because I went to school with both her cousins, guy and girl. So I went to him, I was like, why is no one talking to your cousin? And he's like, because I told everybody not to. But backstory, when we were in secondary school, I was head boy, he was my deputy head boy. And I was like, listen, you know, I'm going to talk to her, right? Because, okay. So we were cool anyways. And so I just went over and started chatting. And I was like, yeah.
Don't ask all of that.
Well, that's my answer. I had to give him the...
First impressions, I thought you were kind.
For the first time you saw me, that was kind.
Because we had even when you you know, that week I'd been hanging around with and that's my cousin, and we'd met a lot of people, and there was this Lagos attitude that I wasn't feeling. You know, I found people had a lot of attitude. I didn't like how people spoke to people, especially like their staff and stuff like that. And I think from the moment I met you, you just came across as just a cool, nice guy. And then I think definitely on our first date, that's what struck me the most. I was like, you know, this guy is really kind, and he's kind to everybody. And that's what I really, really liked about you. Kind. The biggest challenge we have faced in our marriage. I think for me, the period just after Ariella was born, you had, well, you know, because I always say that was your quarter life crisis period as a joke, but, you know, it was a challenging time because there was a lot of change was happening. You had just, I think towards the latter stage of my pregnancy, you just started Nollywood. I was pregnant. I was worried that you were just starting Nollywood because, I mean, I thought you were crazy. You just left. You know, it was never I suppose it was never on the cards. When I met you, you were a pastor. You were also in the corporate world. So you were very straightforward, like straight and narrow type of thing. So when you were like, I'm going into Nollywood, I knew you had that creative side because you used to do music and stuff, but I suppose that was always on the side. So when you were like, you know, I'm doing this acting thing, I thought, oh my gosh, you know, it wasn't, you know, you were on set a lot. Long hours, days sometimes, and I was towards the end of my pregnancy.
In a different country.
And I remember I was saying, when are you coming? And you were like, well, you have to wrap up this set that you were on. And I was just like, what have I entered into? And I think that was challenging. And then I think because of distance as well, we had a couple of misunderstandings where I think because we weren't together, we weren't able to talk. We weren't able to talk through what was happening for both of us. And I think there were a lot of misunderstandings on both sides. But for me, I'm so glad that we went through that, because I don't know if you remember, there was a day when you'd been in Lagos, I was still in London. Ari was about maybe 8 weeks old, and we went to a cafe. Do you remember?
Well, when
in Watford.
Okay.
Do you remember? We went to a cafe and we just talked about everything.
Oh yeah, was it the one by Tesco?
Sainsbury's.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember? And we just talked for maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours in that cafe, and we just really spoke about everything. And then we even set some, not ground rules going forward, but we spoke about how we'd communicate in future so that we could never get to that point again where there was unsaid stuff between us. And I think that was really, really good for us. Like I feel very like we're unbreakable now. And I think that was good. I think we needed that. To get to that point where we know how to handle conflict.
Yeah, well, maybe I think generally, I think that was an interesting time, and with especially being pregnant, and having a baby. There's a lot of things, and sometimes when I wouldn't say stuff, it's like trying to be considerate. It's like It wasn't like I didn't want to say stuff, but it's like this is not what you need at this moment when there's a lot going on. And with the whole Nollywood thing, I didn't even think, I thought you were overreacting as well. It's like I wasn't planning to go full on. I was just in it. I was like, oh, okay. So, but I can understand, like you said, there was a lot of changes that were not planned for. And so, but yeah, we got through it. So maybe I'll agree and say that was, if I had to pick one.
Oh, this is going to be funny. Okay. Imitate how your spouse behaves when she is angry. How do I act when I'm angry?
Babe, are you okay? I'm fine. You want to talk? No. Everything's fine. Obviously something isn't fine. I said everything is fine now. I'm not your friend.
Yes, I do.
Yep, that's pretty much okay. So why aren't you my friend? Okay, and she goes into so that's pretty much it. Yeah. What are my 3 best qualities?
Ooh, your 3 best qualities. I think I've said already. You're kind. I love that about you. You're funny. We have good banter, and I think that's been like. I don't know, I think the way we laugh together has kind of been a thread that has kept our friendship going. And you're an amazing dad.
Oh, thank you.
I love that. Like, if I had imagined what I'd like my children's father to be, or you're it.
Hey, thanks, babe.
What's the biggest lie you have told me?
What is the biggest lie? I have to have the biggest lie.
Swami says plenty lies.
No, because now it's like, what's the biggest lie?
Biggest lie.
Maybe when you ask about how much money I have. Maybe. It's like, how much money do you have? I'm like, we have no.
Yeah, that's true. He does that all the time. Oh my goodness.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, is that a guy thing? So if I say, babe, I don't have any money, it means I have no money. But he'll be like, no, babes, we don't have any money. Then something will break down. He'll be like, oh, okay, let's fix that. How? We don't have any money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because if you know we have this much money, then you start planning the money.
But I don't. I hate when you say that.
No, it's just a thing.
Like, I don't plan.
No, I'm not saying that you plan, not that you spend the money, no, but then when you know that this is what we have, then it's like, oh, okay, so maybe we can do this, and maybe we could do that. But I just like to have money just so when we need, because I'm always planning ahead. Yeah, we can always, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that, yeah. What's your favorite outfit that I love wearing?
That you love wearing? What's my favorite outfit? I like you in trad.
Oh.
I think you look very nice. Like this kind of outfit. I don't think a particular one, but I like you in this kind of look. You're both on a sinking ship with just one life jacket. Yeah. Would you save yourself or your spouse?
Oh, you.
Why?
Because that's my responsibility. It's my job.
No, but why?
Why would I save you?
Yeah.
Because I think that it's really, I tell people, if you say you want to be a husband, you have to be ready to die for your wife and your kids. If you're not ready to die, then you're not ready to be a husband. So it's my responsibility to make sure that you guys are okay, or you're okay first, then I can worry about myself. And, also, I think you're an amazing mom, so, I mean, but at first thing first, it's my responsibility. No brainer.
Thanks. When I'm floating, I'll drag you on so that you can live too.
I already know the answer to this. What can I do for you to divorce me?
Oh, what could you do for me to divorce you? If you decided to be a wife beater, your ass is out of there.
No, you probably fight me back.
I would, but then I'd be like, bye. Yeah.
In my mind, my wife feels like she can't fight.
I can.
Gangster in her mind. She gangster. Don't let the pretty face fool you.
Would you quit your job to save your marriage?
It depends on which one we're talking about. So I guess when you're, Nollywood.
You've actually offered before.
Yeah, there's a time when we're having an argument, and you know, I was like, okay, fine. If you want me to stop acting, I'll stop. It's not a problem, you know. I mean, whatever that looks like.
But did you mean it? Because I felt like, because obviously, if I then said, okay, stop, then I'm the bad person in that situation.
No, I mean,
I think you know that I wouldn't actually make you stop something you enjoy.
Yeah, I mean,
but
true.
I think you would.
Yeah, I would.
If it was like,
if I had to choose.
Yeah, I think
it's no problem. How has marriage changed you?
Ooh, how has marriage changed me? You probably know more than me because you've seen me changing.
Oh, but this gives
yeah,
you a
but
chance
how
to
has marriage changed me? I think that I've definitely become more patient.
That's the first thing I was going to say.
Really? I think I've become a lot more patient. I've become less shy. I think I've definitely become less shy, more confident. Because I think I was always quietly confident. Right. I've always had a lot of self-confidence, but you know, outwardly, I've always been very quiet. But I think obviously because of church, I've been forced to just often be more out there than I would naturally be inclined to be. So I think I've become a lot bolder. And yeah. Who is better at managing finance?
Who do you want to answer? Do you want me to answer that?
Answer, but then I have to answer a caveat. Go on.
I would say that I think I'm better at handling finances.
I think you are, but I'm better at, like, you're good at just always having a reserve fund. Like you can, like, we don't have money, it means that there's something stashed away somewhere for a rainy day. I think I'm better at being frugal in terms of, like, I can make a small amount of money go really far. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm better at, so maybe if it's to do something fun, what do you know when I used to say that my favorite phrase is cheap and cheerful? Yeah. Like, I'm good at, like, finding bargains, finding things to do. Like, I'm good at
innovative and creative with spending.
Yeah. But you're better at managing money.
Okay. If Wedding Channel Africa sponsors your honeymoon, where would you go?
Bali.
Yeah.
Yep. I've been really wanting to go to Bali. But I think that, we have to go. But I think not now. We couldn't leave the kids for that. I'd like to go for like a good 10-day break. And I think.
Yeah, you love to travel.
Yeah, I love to travel anyway. So I think Bali, maybe what anniversary can you take me to Bali? Coming up to 7 in March. Maybe our 9th anniversary. Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be nice.
Nice. I can't remember, you know. I remember what you wore when we first met you. On the first date. I don't remember. It's like a short dress. Yeah. But I don't remember the color. It was a short dress, I remember. It was a short dress.
Not that short.
Yeah.
Shorts by church standards. It wasn't a ministry. It wasn't like a mini hoochie mama dress.
No, it was just like an inch off your knee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's just clarify short. his toothbrush, he has an electric toothbrush, just the Oral-B one, white. We have the same toothbrush.
Correct.
I mean, different. We don't share a toothbrush.
white. But what are the other colors on it?
It's an Oral-B. It's white with the blue strip down the middle.
There you go. So it's the colors as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know a catchphrase, but I know what she says a lot. Like, do you know what I mean? She says that a lot. Do you know what I mean? She says that every time. She's trying to buttress her point. She's like, do you know what I mean?
Do I say, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm in EastEnders.
Oh my God.
I say, do you know what I mean?
That is not what you say.
Do you know what I mean, kind sir?
Listen, when they play back this interview, yeah, they listen to you like, do you know what I mean? You don't know, like, do you know what I mean?
But I'm not like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just take exception. I don't disagree with the phrase.
It's just the accent.
Yeah.
She says, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, please.
Do you know what I mean? Very proper.
Put some respect on my name.
Oh my God.
I'm a whole elocution teacher.
Right, of course.
Thanks. Ooh, favorite song?
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, you have so many. Goodness. It's hard to say because, you know, you have songs of the month.
Flavors of
the month.
Mm.
So, like, in church, like now it's Reckless Love. Mm. But then before that it was This Is My Worship. Mm. Before that there was I Can Run Away, You Will Never Leave. Like you have, he doesn't have a favorite song.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have different, it's just...
Whatever's in his mind at that moment. He has flavors of the month.
True. Accessory.
Canvas house.
Yeah.
Not to do
what
without.
can't you do without fashion
You
accessory?
can't do without jewelry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, babe. I've probably texted this to you randomly, but I just want you to know, I think you know already, but I absolutely love doing life with you. I love our love. I love our family. I love our laughter. I love our friendship. I actually love everything about us. I couldn't imagine doing life with anybody else. You really are God's perfect person for me. And I'm so grateful that we get to do life together. I'm so grateful that we're married. And I appreciate you. I appreciate the husband that you are. I appreciate the father that you are, the pastor that you are. You know, you're just you're one of the good guys, and I'm so glad that you're mine. And I look forward to the next 10, 20, 30 years together and growing all together, and, you know, all the good things that we've got coming our way. I'm really excited for the rest of our lives together.
Okay, babe, so apparently this is supposed to be my love note session. It's more like my thank you session, because I want to say thank you. Thank you for being an amazing woman, an amazing wife, an amazing mother to our kids. I always say all the time that, well, personally, I think I hit the jackpot with you. A lot of times, you know, I boast about you a lot of times, and maybe I need to do better saying it to you, but I talk a lot about you outside, and you know, how great of a catch, how I used my eye to go, I carried my eye go markets, you know, because forever is a long time. And I think I hit the jackpot with you. And I think our kids could not have a better mother. I look at all the things that you do for them, the creative, you know, ideas and the games and the activities, and just how loving and how attentive and how dedicated you are to them. And I think to myself, yeah, if there was no you in the picture, their life would, yeah, it would not be half as colorful. I reflect a lot, and I think to myself, I wish you got a chance to meet my mom, because she would have absolutely loved you. Thank you for being supportive, for pushing me, for keeping me level-headed, for keeping me grounded, for always being that trusted voice that I can turn to. And and seek advice from. Thank you for being patient. I know that the nature of the job, long hours sometimes, I'm gone for a long time, and for holding down the house and holding down the family and being supportive in everything. Whether it's love, resources, everything, you're just there. And really, I could not have chosen a better partner. Mom always used to say that the most important decision you make is who you marry, and I think I made the right one. In fact, I know I made the right one. And so I am blessed to have you in my life. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and to many more years. You stuck with me anyways. Yeah.